recording and try to go live on Facebook.
Just hang tight, everybody. We're getting the Facebook Live up.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's just loading up. All right. I think that we're live. All right. Good morning, everybody. And thank you for joining us today for another Living Well Wednesday. We are really excited to keep doing these with everyone here. Today, we're lucky enough to be joined by a group of self-advocates who have been working really hard on our self-determination channel videos. They've done so many really great ones as this COVID-19 pandemic has been going on, and we really appreciate their work on that. So we're joined today by Cindy Bentley and Ashley Mathy and Nathaniel Lentz, and we are really grateful that they're here. We're going to go through our toolkit because we think it helps break up the sort of sections that we've been focusing on during the pandemic, and then we're going to show some of the videos that the self-advocates have been doing that correspond with that. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you can see what we've been doing. Sorry, give me one sec. All right, we've been working on a redesigned toolkit for COVID-19. It's all the same material, but it's got a new look. It's refreshed. It's not quite done yet, but we're sharing what we can right now. This is the beginning of our of the toolkit. Is the Stay Healthy section. So it's got pages in here about how to avoid getting sick, which means washing your hands, staying at home if you can. It's got a lot of good tips like that, and we tried to make it easy and accessible and with lots of pictures so that people can understand it. So it's got, you know, don't touch your face, don't share food or drinks, all the things that we've been doing this whole time that we think it's just really important that people remember, especially as we are maybe going out a little bit more or interacting with more people than we were before. You know, all the COVID risk is still there, and so we want to make sure that people are still doing all of these things so that they eliminate the risk that they have. And we are sharing the self-determination videos within the toolkit as well. We also have a page on what to do if you do get sick. So it's a reminder to call your doctor first. Don't just go in, because they're still screening people and redirecting them to places to get tested. And if you are feeling sick, it's important to stay away from other people, at least 6 feet, if not in another room. Not to share food or drinks, and to make sure that you're washing your hands and washing the places that you've been a lot so that you're not spreading the virus. This section also has a great couple of resources that you can use. We've got an infographic on our website that you can put up about remembering not to touch your face and to wash your hands. We also have stuff from the Wisconsin Department of Health Services. We've got stuff from the CDC. So if you're looking for more resources on how to stay healthy or more plain language information, we're sharing that in our toolkit as much as possible. So this is a super useful tool that you can be using to make sure that you know what to do to stay healthy. So here's an example. This is what our infographic looks like for the most part. So this features Cindy. It says don't touch your face, don't shake hands, make sure you're not sharing food or drink. So all of those things. And then I think Cindy's going to talk a little bit about the importance of also wearing a mask when you leave your home. So those are a couple of pages of the new toolkit from the Stay Healthy section. I'm going to turn it over to Cindy so that she can talk a little bit more about what she's doing to stay healthy. And she's going to introduce the self-determination channel video. So take it away, Cindy. Oh, you're on mute. Oh, there you go.
Okay, this went off. This went off. Okay, yeah. Should I start saying? Should I start talking?
Yeah, just let us know what you've been doing to stay healthy, what you think is important.
What I've been doing to stay healthy, I wash my hands constantly. Wash down my kitchen counters, everything, and I wear a mask. And here's my mask. I wear this mask everywhere I go, and even in the car, because it's very important that we stay safe. I heard yesterday the mask is very important because when I'm talking right now, and so if I have food in my mouth or something, you know, your stains come out. This way it won't get on anybody, and you know what I mean. We can just be talking normally, and you know, so the mask is going to save your life. The other thing that's going to save your life is not going too many places. Sadly, I have to say that our coach died of COVID-19 because he was working at a bar, and he didn't know that somebody at his bar had COVID-19, but they don't know who, but he got it, and he did not survive. We have to make sure we don't shake hands with other people right now. You can fist bump or arm bump. You can wave to people. And just say your distance. When I have people over in my backyard, they're in one chair and I'm in another about 6 feet away. Kate will come over. For example, she's in one chair, I'm in another. And we just try to stay 6 feet. And then I'm also, when I'm at Kate's house, we're working at Kate's house, is that I'm on this side of the table, Kate's on the other side, and we just try not to be too close to each other. Other tips is to make sure you're healthy. Make sure you're eating and drinking water, lots of water, and eating proper foods. I heard this on TV, you know. And if you think you're, you know, having symptoms, is to give the doctor's office a call. Don't go to the doctor's office, but call the doctor's office, and they'll let you know. If you want to get tested, you can. That's what I heard. But you don't have to be tested, but if you want to be tested. I know if you're going to have surgery or anything, they're going to test you. My friend just had some, what do you call that? She had day surgery, and they had to, and she didn't test positive. So, and when you go to the doctor's office, they're going to take your temperature. So to make sure, if it's 97 or 98, you're fine. Anything over that is, you know, not good. And I just try not to go too many places. I love going to the bookstore and that, and yes, I want to go to a restaurant and eat, but I don't think, after what I heard from what happened to my coach, I don't think I'm going to be walking in any restaurant. I'll just be ordering something and taking it back out and eat it at my house. So those are it's just smart tips. And
Thank
make
you.
sure you, okay, oh, okay, all right.
No, you're fine. I was just gonna say, do you wanna talk about the Stay Healthy video from the Self-Determination channel?
Yes, I do. Can you? It just gives you tips on how you should stay healthy. You know, washing your hands. Do not share food and drink with each other. Even if you are a family member, if you know your family, don't share food with your, okay, here we go. Stay home. If you can leave your house, when necessary. Do not travel or go into crowded places. If you have to go out, keep your distance from other people at least 6 feet. If you can, wash your hands a lot. Soap and water. What I do is I'll give you a thing. 20 seconds, I can count to 20. But what I usually do is do the ABC sound. I learned this from somewhere, so I say the ABCs twice. And then I'm washing my hands at the same time. So you just say A, B, C, D, you know. And if you cough, put your mask on and cough in your mask. Just so you know. Do not touch your face or eyes. I have a bad habit of doing that. The other thing is, if you're a nail biter, try not to bite your nails. I mean, because it's just hard. Germs. Because when you bite your nails, you know what I mean. Do not share or drink anything, of course. Wash down everything. I say clean your bathroom every day, the sink, the tub, everything that can get germy. I would say vacuum clean every other day, which I do. I mop the kitchen floor almost every day. Make sure if you have pets, make sure they're clean and their places around them are clean. And so I think we just have to do that. And so those are my tips for you, and just to stay safe.
All right, should we show the video, Cindy, about staying healthy?
Yes.
All right, I'll play it and then we will come back and we'll see if there's any questions.
Okay.
All right.
Can't hear it.
Oh, hold on one sec. It maybe didn't want me to share it with the sound. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Do it again.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
Can you hear it now?
Hi, I'm Cindy.
Yes.
You're watching the Self-Determination channel.
I'm in Muskego.
I'm in Milwaukee.
Cindy and I were going to meet today to make this video together, but instead we have to video chat because of the coronavirus.
We want to stay healthy. We hope you stay healthy too.
To help you, we are going to share things so you don't get sick. Are you ready, Cindy?
Yes, I am.
Okay, we'll start. Our first tip is to wash your hands often throughout the day. Always wash them after using the bathroom or being in public, like after you go to the store or take a walk.
Use lots of soap and water and wash for at least 20 seconds. If it helps, you can count to 20. And then, of course, you dry them. All right. That's all to it.
Cough or sneeze into your elbow. This will stop germs from going into the air and onto your hands.
And don't share food or drink. Try not to touch your face, especially your eyes, your mouth, and nose. This is how germs get in your body. If you have to touch your face, use a tissue.
Here are some things you can do to keep your hands busy so you don't touch your face.
Tap your knees.
Click a pen.
Use a fidget spinner.
Doodle.
Play with a ball like this. Oh, and that what happens if you lose it.
Play a game on your phone, iPad, or computer.
Remember, no handshaking, no hugging, or no fist bump.
Smile or bump elbows instead. Hope you love those tips. Thanks for watching. And stay safe out there.
What are you doing to stay healthy? Share your tips in the comments below.
All right. I think that's such a helpful video. It's great tips. They're really quick. And you guys did such a fun job of making staying healthy seem like a good thing to be doing. I am going to share my screen again. We're doing a lot of switching between screens today. And I'm going to pull up the next section of our toolkit, which is the Stay Safe section. And there's a lot of overlap, I think, between staying healthy and staying safe. We've been talking about ways that you can stay safe, you know, in order to protect your health. But there's also staying safe, and that is about making sure that you are getting the help and resources that you need, and making sure that you know your rights, because things are a little bit different right now, and we want to make sure that even though things feel uncertain and a little bit strange, that you know that you still have the same rights that you always have, and that there are ways to get some help and support if you feel like you maybe are not as safe as you could be. So this is what the rights and stay safe section of the toolkit is going to look like. There's a cover page and stuff that's still getting finalized, but this is the bulk of the resources. And there's a section that reminds you that you have rights to be safe in your home, to be free from abuse and neglect. You have the right to the supports and services that you need to stay healthy and safe. All of that is still true in COVID. It doesn't change. And if you're unhappy with your services, or you need something different because things in your life are different, whether from COVID or any other reason, you have the right to talk to your care manager or IRIS consultant about it. You talk to people who support you. If you need to go to the doctor and get help from the doctor or the hospital, you have the right to do that. You know, there are ways that you can do it to make sure that you are limiting your exposure to COVID-19, but it doesn't mean that you can't get the medical help that you need. And they should not and cannot refuse care because of your disability. And you have the right to life-saving medical care if you do get COVID-19. So if you need to go to the doctor or the hospital because of getting sick from COVID-19, you have the right to the medical care that they have available for people who get it. Now, most people who get COVID-19 recover from it without needing to go to the hospital or receive, you know, support from like being on a ventilator or any of the things that are this kind of scarier parts of COVID-19. But it is true that some people do need that kind of support or do need to go to the hospital in order to get better from the virus. And if you end up feeling too sick to stay at home, then you absolutely have the right to go to the hospital and ask for the medical care that is involved with that. And then, you know, if you feel like you are experiencing some kind of abuse, whether it's financial or physical, or if you feel like you're not getting the supports and services that you need, there are ways for you to reach out to some people and to get the help that you need with that. And this toolkit also gives you some resources for that. So it kind of gives you an idea of if you are experiencing abuse, the kind of steps that you would want to take in order to talk to somebody about it, whether that's a trusted adult or the police, if you feel like that's somebody that you would be willing to communicate if you feel like some kind of crime has been committed, or adult protective services, who are which is every county in the state has an adult protective services, and they can do an investigation and help maybe get you some support or change the situation that you're in. But I would say definitely start with a trusted adult in your life who can at least talk to you about what's been going on and help walk you through some of the resources, because it's a big process to report it, and you should have support with you while you do that. The toolkit has some tools that you can use to make a plan of action and to talk to people if you want to report something that's been going on in your life that you're uncomfortable with, or that you feel might be abuse or neglect. We have in the toolkit a plan of action, and that is a way for you to make a plan for who you're going to talk to, the way you're going to communicate with them, the things that you want to tell them. That way, when you get on the phone, or if you are able to practice social distancing when you see them in person, you have it all listed out, because it can be hard to talk about these things. And we want to make sure that you have a good script of what it is that you want to say, so that you don't leave any important information out or get overwhelmed by the task. So this is just a good way to think about what it is that you want to tell somebody and how you want to tell them, and what things you would like to see happen after that, whether that's leaving the situation or having somebody check on you more regularly, working with an advocate to get different services or support, or getting somebody new to support you. Those are all options that you can ask for when you talk to the person that you're trying to tell about what's been going on. We also have a call log in the toolkit. That is a good page for you that you can print out, make copies of, and that way if you have to make a phone call to somebody, you can make a record of that. Sometimes when we're telling the people who need to know what's been going on, we have to make a couple of phone calls that can be, to the same person a couple of times, or to maybe a couple of different people who need to know the information. And that can get really confusing really quickly. So it's better to write everything down. Who did you talk to? When did you talk to them? Did you leave them a message or talk to them in person? And that way, if somebody comes and says, well, who did you talk to about this? You can just pull your call log out and say, I called this person on this day and I told them this information. That just makes it easier for you to keep track of what you've been doing to change the situation or to report what's been going on. So again, this is going to be in the new toolkit. It's in the old one. It just looks a little bit different from this. It is a really useful tool just to track what it is that you've been telling people. And then, of course, the toolkit also, we've gone ahead and listed all of the county helplines. That's the APS numbers in each county. And then also their hours of operation. And that's just so that if you know what county you live in or what county you're receiving supports in, you can just find their number. You can print just that page out, or even just copy the number and put it on your fridge, and that way you have it. But this information, we wanted to make it as accessible as possible for people, so we went ahead and listed them in the toolkit for you. All right, so that's kind of a quick overview of what the new toolkit looks like. As for, oh, I forgot one more page, sorry. There's some other resources that I didn't mention before. Really quickly, I'll just mention Disability Rights Wisconsin. They help people with disabilities in Wisconsin. They are the ombudsman, which means that they're advocates who can help you if you are having problems with your long-term care program. If your services have changed or gone away in a way that you don't think is right, or if you want to maybe appeal that or talk about what your options are and you feel like you need some support doing that, the Disability Rights Wisconsin Ombudsman Program is a good place to start. They answer questions or provide information. They can help you advocate for yourself or help you filling out the paperwork that might be necessary. So if you are having an issue you think might fall into some of those categories, you can give them a call and they will help walk you through it, or make sure that you get connected with the right resource at Disability Rights Wisconsin to help address the things that you're experiencing. So that is a good number to have as well. And then the Board on Aging and Long-Term Care helps those who are 60 and older with a lot of those same things. So if you are 60 or older, and you are, in particular, if you're living in a nursing home or a community-based residential facility or adult family home, any of those kinds of settings, the Board on Aging and Long-Term Care is a good place to reach out for resources and some help. Okay, now that's kind of an overview of what the new toolkit has as far as resources for people and tools to use. Again, all this will be updated as soon as this is finalized and put on the website. It's printable. It's also fillable on the PDF, so you can check those boxes off on your tablet or computer if that's easier for you. And we also have Nathaniel on with us, and he participated in making some of the self-determination channel videos that talk about making sure your home is safe and making sure that you're free from abuse and neglect. So I'm going to turn it over to Nathaniel. He's going to introduce those videos to you while I get them all set up.
Okay, thank you, Caitlin. Hi, everyone. My name is Nathaniel, and I am working with Living Well Grant. And I am going to introduce you to a video called Is Your Home Safe? During the coronavirus pandemic, some people with disabilities have to stay home. And if that happens, there are some things they will need to stay safe. This video shows that those needs are and what to do if they don't have them. It also tells them what to do if there is an emergency at home. There is a link, the form, My Safe at Home Plan. And people can use this form to keep track of what they need. They also can write down important contacts. It also lists other suggestions to help them stay safe at home. And through this what is the word? Pandemic, I have to take extra caution of what Cindy said, but I also have to take extra caution in to keep self safer, because I live someone that can be exposed to COVID-19 than most people. So I have to, if I go to a store, I have to take a shower right away when I come home. So I have to just make sure that I clean my bathroom, or I have to make sure that I take extra precautions every day until we get control of this virus.
Great, I'm going to play the video and we'll see if there's any questions or anything afterwards.
Hi, I'm Megan.
I'm Nathaniel.
Hi, I'm Christy. You're watching the Self-Determination channel. How is everybody doing out there? It's a strange time we're going through.
This coronavirus has changed everyone's lives. It's important to stay safe during this time.
Today, we want to talk to you about your home. To be safe in your home, you need certain things.
My Safer at Home plan will help you. It explains how to be safe in your home. You can print out the plan. Just click on the link below this video. Here are 8 important things you need to be safe. See how many you have.
Do you have food? Medicine?
Soap, shampoo, and toilet paper. Things to stay clean.
Heat, electricity, running water? Do you have the services and supports you need? Maybe you need help getting food, medicine, or things to stay clean. Or maybe you need help getting up in the morning and getting ready for the day. Or help paying your bills.
Can you move around and use the things you need? Do you have the help you need? Like, can you get to the bathroom and keep your house clean?
If your caregiver can't help you, do you have somebody that can help you? Do you have a way to call for help, like a phone or monitoring system? If you don't have all these things, contact someone that can help you. In the My Safer at Home plan, there is a place to write down your contacts and how to get in touch with them.
If you are having an emergency, call 911. Here are examples of when to call 911. There is a fire in your home. Someone is being hurt. someone is hurting you. You or someone needs medical help. Someone is trying to break into your home.
The plan also helps you think about how your day has changed. It helps you find ways to stay active and connected.
Everything we talked about in this video is in my Safer at Home plan.
Click on the link below this video.
Print it out.
And fill it out. If you need help filling out the plan, contact someone that can help you. This could be a family member, a trusted friend, or your care manager, or your IRS consultant.
Keep the plan in a safe place.
And read it every once in a while to remind you what to do. Remember to stay healthy, safe,
and connected.
Thanks for watching. See you soon.
All right. That is also kind of a little bit of a preview of what we'll talk a little bit more about next week too, because we're going to talk about the My Safer at Home plan and some of the other tools that we have a little bit next week, but Shannon will talk a little bit more about that later. I want to stop really quick and make sure that there aren't any questions before I turn it over to Shannon to do the last part of the toolkit and
I did see something in the chat. It was more of a joke, I think, from Vicki to
yeah.
Cindy asking if you could come over and help clean her house.
Sorry, can't do, Vicki. Sorry. I think
We
you
did
go
have
a little too far.
We did have a question on the Facebook about what happens if you need, this person specifically asked about maybe getting an x-ray, but I think it's important to mention that if you have medical issues or concerns that you want addressed, not just related to COVID, but the kind of regular things that happen to people during their lives, I would call your doctor and ask them what their procedures are so that you're prepared. But you should still be able to get the medical attention that you need. You just might have to take a couple of extra steps, like they might check your temperature when you get there, they might make you wear a mask or that kind of thing. But certainly, get in contact with the people that maybe your doctor or even the if you know the like orthopedic or whatever, if you need an x-ray, and just find out from them what they're gonna need you to do in order to come and get that x-ray or get the medical attention. But you absolutely can get the help that you need, even if it's not COVID. There are doctors that are still seeing people and they're still gonna take care of all those other things too. All right, I think that those are all the questions that I see so far. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Shannon now, and she is going to talk about staying connected.
Sure, yeah. Thanks, Caitlin. Here, I can share my screen now and go through the ways to stay connected. So this is the third part of the toolkit of stay healthy, stay safe, and stay connected. And right now it's really important to try to maintain those relationships with family and friends and see them in a virtual way as much as possible. I think we've all gotten very used to using Zoom and FaceTime and the different kinds of virtual platforms to connect with friends and loved ones and people we work with. I know when we first started this, when COVID first hit and whatnot, I think back to working with Cindy and Ashley and Nathaniel, and how they weren't real sure how to use the technology at first, but now you can see they're pros. They know how to do all of it, mute, unmute, turn their cameras on and off and whatnot. So it's been really great to see all the self-advocates getting comfortable, familiar with using distance technology, because I think even beyond COVID, it's going to pay off in ways that, again, just kind of the statewide connectedness and all of us being able to be in touch more often and to feel a little bit closer to one another, even though we're far away. So, lots of different things that you can do to stay connected to your family and friends, scheduling meals, watching movies together, that kind of stuff in a distance type of way. right now is a really important time to focus on self-care. Not just taking care of yourself in a healthy physical way, but also in a mental health sort of way. Whether or not we realize it or not, there's a lot of low-level stress in our lives as we're dealing through, working through the pandemic. So even though you might feel relaxed in a way at home because you get to stay in your jammies, or, you know what I mean, not have to worry about going to work right now, you may actually be experiencing some stress. So it's important to keep a routine, keep a schedule, get up in the morning, get dressed, brush your teeth, do all the things you would have normally done if you would have gone, out of the house. Try to do the things that you enjoy doing, even if it seems hard on some days, because it can be a good way to break up the day, relieve some of that mental stress by, focusing on something you love. Getting outside, taking a walk in your neighborhood. Sometimes I do, I run almost every day, and I try to find routes that I can don't have to be around a lot of people, or times of the day where I know it's not busy. So if to make yourself comfortable, you might want to think about getting out somewhere where there's a little bit more space. Finding ways to exercise in the home too. There's different apps and online videos that are free or very affordable. I know I downloaded a yoga app on my phone, and that was I think $2.99 and $2.99, and I have access to a lot of different things. And then trying to find ways to relax, because again, we are all stressed out. This is a very stressful time in everyone's lives, whether it be because of work or economics or just health and safety or feeling isolated. There's a list of activities here to try and different links that you can take advantage of. So we did go through these recently, and made sure that they were all up and working and still up to date. Now is a great time to, if you have extra time on your hands, to learn about voting. That's coming up, and so there's the links to the link to the disability vote. You certainly have time to request your absentee ballot. I want to highlight another resource that In Control Wisconsin and the Wisconsin Board for People with Developmental Disabilities collaborated on. It's the self-directed employment planning modules, which the link there is on the In Control Wisconsin website. And we are actually going to do a feature on that in September for a Living Well Wednesday. So but you can definitely check them out before that, because it's a way for self-advocates to learn about employment and also build an employment plan. And then there's lots of other things, links to films, links to arts and crafts types of activities, museum visits, concerts, lots and lots of different options. So, and I know a lot of people are connecting to virtual services, so you can always contact your local service provider, or even a service provider that you may have heard of through your network, because they may be offering virtual services, or talk to your care manager or IRIS consultant about that. And we'll, Ashley will share a video with us, self-determination video about virtual services, and self-advocates talking about their experiences with those. Family members too, another resource to highlight is the future planning resource through the ARC. So it is kind of an online portal that family members and self-advocates can walk through to talk about what the future is going to look like, what does the ideal life look like, and get a plan in place so that you can share that with your team. So the BPDD has also created a lot of different ways to for you to share your ideas and connect with others. So they have a few different social media options, and they post regularly and encourage interaction with anyone out there, whether it be self-advocates, families, professionals, you name it. It's a way to share your ideas, stay up to date on what's happening with disability policy and in the lives of people with disabilities. If you have a story to share, you can comment it on Facebook, on one of the Facebook posts. You can post pictures of what you're up to. Twitter, although I don't understand it, people use Twitter. And BPDD has a Twitter feed that you can join. There's also Instagram that you can comment on their posts and share, you know, what you're up to as well, and tag BPDD in that. And then of course the self-determination channel. We're adding videos to that channel on a regular basis. We're keeping the People First and other self-advocates busy as we come up with different topics, because we've heard a lot of positive feedback about the videos and want to keep making them. And these guys just do such an awesome job. And one thing that we really, really want to get is more and more subscribers to that YouTube self-determination channel. Self-determination channel, yes, I said that right. Anyway, so please like and follow it on YouTube and share it with your networks, because the more followers you get on YouTube, the more perks you get in terms of, you know, elevating and sharing out your posts and things like your videos. So that's just some of the highlights in the Stay Connected portion of the overall plan toolkit. And I'm going to turn it over to Ashley then to talk about how she's, you know, staying connected and healthy and safe, and then also introduce the virtual services video.
So it's really important for everyone to stay connected and keep their mind busy, but it's more important for people with disabilities, because when we're constantly thinking and thinking and thinking, we tend to OCD about different things and get attached to certain things. And then when we can do something like yoga and different things, our body gets distracted, and we're more healthy human beings by doing that. So I encourage you, if you're getting stimulated, which means your brain is full, I encourage you to do something else, do yoga, do something else, because it really helps me, and it distracts from what you're thinking about on a daily basis. So this is just a video about people, self-advocates, doing virtual services, and I encourage you all to do so. And I think if we all do that, I think that we'll all stay mentally healthy. So I encourage you to do so.
All right, thanks, Ashley. You know, Caitlin, okay, great. You have the video queued up, because I didn't
Yeah, I
have it
got
queued up on my screen, so thanks.
No problem. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
Watching the Self-Determination channel.
Job skills,
Cooking,
Dance, sing, and jam.
Yoga,
arts and crafts.
musical talents,
Mind games.
current events,
These are some of the virtual services happening around Wisconsin.
you can join them on your smartphone, on your computer, or your tablet.
And you don't need to leave your home.
there are lots of ways to be connected,
Zoom.
Facebook,
YouTube.
and Skype.
Virtual services help you stay connected with your friends and with your provider.
they help you stay busy.
And help keep your spirits up.
One of my favorite classes is a Zumba virtual, and you get to dance and you get to express yourself.
Art class is one of my favorite things, because I'm a good artist. I like to paint.
I like the travel one. I like the dance too, and then the sing along. I get to see different people instead of like it's the same people over and over again. I'm having fun.
There's so much fun. You get to express yourself, and you get to just be you. If you are interested in the virtual services, talk to your own provider.
Care manager.
Or Iris Consultant.
If you don't have a smartphone, computer, tablet, or internet, they might be able to help you get what you need.
We put a list of resources to help you to get started.
Be sure and check them out.
Next time we see each other might be in a virtual activity.
Remember,
Stay healthy.
Safe.
And connected.
Thanks for watching the Self-Determination channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe.
Right. That's really great. So that wraps up, you know, our presentation portion for this week. Are there any questions? If you have them, you can put them in the chat, or if you're on Facebook, you can add those in as a comment, and we'll check to see if there's anything there. Do you have anything, Caitlin?
Nope, there's no more new questions on Facebook.
Okay. And I don't see anything in the chat. So with that, you know, we do have these posted on Facebook, as well as they are posted on the Wisconsin Board for People with Developmental Disabilities website. We post the recorded Zoom link there. So if you want to look back or share with anyone in your network, please feel free to do that. As always, we'll be back next Wednesday for another Living Well Wednesday, 11 o'clock, same bat channel, same bat time, bat channel, or however it goes. But so next week, we're going to be going over the My Safe at Home plan and My Healthcare plan, because those two are just being revamped a little, getting a little bit of a new look. And we just, you know, would really love to get them out into the universe and people using them more. So join us next week, and you can learn more about them and start sharing them yourself. So thank you all. Thanks everybody for joining today, Ashley, Nathaniel, and Cindy.
You're welcome.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So I just close it out.